Today, on Starfield Essentials, I share my initial impressions and tips after playing a few hours of the Free Lanes update. The main topics are my setup, troubleshooting and mods, cruise mode, NPC Muria, database, X-Tech ship improvements and schematics, anchor point, action figures, moon jumper. Too long didn't watch? The new update is a triumph. This video explains why. My name is Richard. Let's get started. My setup. I play Starfield on Xbox Series S, Xbox for PC, and Steam, with the last being my primary platform. I have the Premium Edition for Xbox, but not Steam. I'll have to buy Terran Armada separately to play on Steam. To try the new content, I decided to avoid Steam for now, because those saves are heavily modded. Instead, I played on Xbox for PC without Creations enabled. I didn't create a new character or go through the Unity. I just loaded up my original vanilla save. This is the character with whom I got my first 62 achievements while playing on Xbox. I figured I could use the same character, without mods, to get the 20 new achievements provided by Free Lanes and Terran Armada. I was able to launch the Xbox app and update the game, but I couldn't see Terran Armada. I was able to visit the Terran Armada page in the Microsoft Store, linked below. Then I could choose the Install To option. That opened the right page on the Xbox for PC app, and it let me install Terran Armada. There was also an update for Shattered Space. I had to trigger that manually too. The Update button on the Microsoft Store didn't do anything for Shattered Space, but using Update in the Microsoft Apps page worked. I didn't initially see any sign of the 20 new achievements during my first hour of play. However, when I returned for a second hour, the achievements list had changed to show I had new achievements waiting. I was also able to load my vanilla character on my Xbox Series S. Troubleshooting and mods. If you're having trouble with the game, my advice is the following. Try starting a new game with no creations or mods. If that works, you know that a mod is causing your problems. If that doesn't work, you might have to reinstall the game. If on PC, a drastic but easy step that I sometimes take is to create a new Windows user and reinstall as that user. To troubleshoot mod issues, watch for updates to Creations and Nexus Mods. I have links to both in the video description. Nexus Mods is an especially great resource because of the discussion tab. This doesn't help with mods that are only on Creations, but it does for mods on both sites. For example, if you use the Xenomaster creation, you can have a discussion about it at Nexus Mods. Discord and some subs on Reddit are also helpful. Early indications are that this update has been remarkably mod-friendly. I've seen some people with issues, but others are loading old modded saves without problems. I plan to play out the Terran Armada DLC and get all the new achievements on my vanilla Xbox for PC player before switching back to my modded game on Steam. Modders have been quick to update. Ian Pat updated the Starfield script extender within hours of release. Meh321 updated the address library the second day. Coradix update for Fleet Commander arrived the second day. Adam Dunmer's update for Sammy arrived the second day. And this fixed the conflict with Creations, like Traka's Alliance Complete. Also, tons of Creations for PlayStation are appearing. At the time of writing, nearly 400 are already available. Downfall Nemesis posted instructions on packaging Creations for PlayStation. It appears there are no restrictions on these Creations, so they will be on par with PC and Xbox. Kingath Creations released an update to Watchtower on release day. You must install this new version in order to use your fleet with cruise mode. Future updates are planned for Watchtower and McClarence Outfitters. I recommend watching his video linked in the description. Next, cruise mode. This was the feature I was most interested to try. I'll be honest, I never understood the need for this, but I think I've discovered what makes it fun. Cruise mode is primarily a different way of looking at the star system map. With the original game, you'd look at the star system map and fast travel to a location. With cruise mode, you activate the travel mechanic, select a target, enable the autopilot, and wait while flying to a location. The weird part of this for me is that it's pretty fun. I think Bethesda got the game math correct. You can fly all the way from the edge of a star system to the innermost planet in a few minutes. What about the random encounters that happen while cruising? There appear to be two, possibly three kinds in the game now. First, there might be events which force you to drop out of cruise mode. This is a brand new mechanic. This is not the incursion mechanic, although it seems related. Incursions are strictly a Terran Armada DLC feature. You can see that in the gameplay settings menu. It's a Terran Armada function. Second, there appear to be cruise-only random encounters. I think these have blue icons, unlike the gray icon seen on the star system map. Third, there are the standard system icons for ships, anomalies, and so on. This is the genius of what Bethesda has done with cruise mode. They've made it more likely for some players to engage with what was essentially already in the game. I think many players ignored the star system map and didn't bother exploring the icons that appeared on it. With cruise mode, you have a new interface to those experiences, and I sense that it's going to be highly effective. Now, it's clear that Bethesda has added new space encounters. I found 3 of them in less than 2 hours. I won't spoil them here, but the 2 ship-based encounters each took a dark turn. While I don't advocate for grit or darkness in my video games, I enjoyed both of those encounters. Maybe I'll show a bit of each in a future video. When cruising, I highly suggest relying on the autopilot. I struggled a bit when I first enabled cruise mode. If I saw an icon of interest while cruising, I sometimes overshot it, or I dropped out of cruise mode or made other mistakes trying to select it. I recommend flying with autopilot in cruise mode, then disengaging the autopilot when an anomaly or POI or whatever appears. Slew your ship to the POI, select it, and enable the autopilot to take you there. Next, NPC Muria. The second edition I was most curious to try was Muria, the NPC in the original game who was trying to get a job at Gallbank. Well, I found her.
Hey. Yeah, good talk. Yeah, find a Gallbank teller and deposit all your creds into my bank account. It'll be paid, of course. Eventually.
After our initial conversation, I had to wait a few hours until she was available for recruitment.
Hey, if I could be anything, I'd be a black hole. No light could escape me. It'd be great. Not great. They said I lacked pep. I looked up the word. It sounds like an illness.
Needless to say, I recruited this ray of sunshine to be my new companion. The best part of this, in my opinion, is that you can watch NPC Muria stream Starfield on Twitch. I've linked her channel in the video description. I might try to interview her for a future live stream. When I asked on her stream, she seemed open to it. Stay tuned.
It'd be an improvement. But what do I know? Certainly not enough to be a banker.
Next, database. I was really curious about the new database function. The first aspect of the database to catch my attention was that it indicated that I had not found all of the inorganic and organic resources. It said I had found 41 of 45 inorganics and 26 of 30 organics. I wish there was a way to see which ones I was missing, and then click on them to find planets or moons hosting them. Maybe this will be a future mod. The locations tab is interesting, but I'm not sure how best to use it. I didn't see a way to type a name into the menu, like I can do with the Starware search engine mod. I see there is a favorite toggle, so that could make it easier to visit certain locations. Having an outpost tab is spectacular, and I look forward to trying the new all-in-one outpost tabs. If you have any tips for using the database, please share them in a comment. Next, X-Tech, ship improvements and schematics. I found 4 units of X-Tech while looting enemy ships. I did some quick tests at the weapons workbench to see how to add legendary effects to a weapon. It looks like there is a 5-roll limit for each slot. This is unfortunate because it means that if I don't get what I want, I might be stuck with the last roll. If that's true, I might stay with the legendary module recycler as my in-game weapon alteration tool. I bet a modder could change this new mechanic to make it possible to keep rolling or possibly select the desired traits. Still, I do like how the legendary module recycler lets you find legendary components as loot and also remove them from gear for reuse in your own equipment. I suggest making a save before trying any X-Tech gear rolls. I took a quick look at the new ship improvement system. I built the terminal in my ship and browsed the menus. It looks like I need to gather a ton of X-Tech in order to use this new feature. I think that's a great way to incentivize exploration and looting. It also means that you have more ways to customize your ship, rather than simply adding new equipment in the ship builder. So I commend Bethesda on this new mechanic. Regarding schematics, I found one as loot in a destroyed ship. I was unsure how to use it, but one of you said that you'll see a new option under equipment in the ship technician ship builder. I'll try that and report back. Next, Anchor Point. This is a new star station added to the Free Lanes update. I took a quick visit and immediately liked it. You can find it in the far right side of the system map. Anchor Point is like a non-pirate version of the Key.
Oh, these young fools.
There appear to be a bunch of quests that can be found by talking to NPCs on the station. There's an ominous NPC called the Arbitrator on hand. I'm not sure my current character will want to have anything to do with him, though.
If you're looking for work, I need someone to do a job for me. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm looking for someone that is willing to give people that may or may not deserve it. For money. No questions asked. Are you that special someone?
Next, action figures. I found 3 action figures already. My favorite is the Terramorph, although I had to steal it from the Anchor Point security office. I was able to remove the stolen tag by selling it to Marcel at the Den, and then immediately buying it back. These would have been fun as simple in-game collectibles. Improved character performance is a bonus. Next, Moon Jumper. The last addition I wanted to find right away was the Moon Jumper. I haven't found it yet. I've read a few reports on Reddit that players found it at random POIs. I guess this setup will encourage exploration. It's an interesting choice. Let me know if you find the Moon Jumper and how you did it. Conclusion. I found all of this in about 2 hours. I spent a lot of time flying around in my ship, experimenting with cruise mode. While recruiting NPC Muria, I heard a broadcast at a SSNN terminal in New Atlantis. This is how the Terran Armada DLC begins. I hope it's like the Shattered Space DLC, in that I can wait before responding to the call for action. I'd rather learn more about the new game mechanics before I tackle DLC content. As I learn more, I'll continue sharing via YouTube posts and videos, so please subscribe. Thank you, Bethesda, for the new content, and modders for updating your creations. And thank you to all my subscribers. Please consider subscribing to show YouTube that you enjoy positive and honest Starfield content. In addition to videos, I also post to the community tab for this channel on a daily basis, and it's been very busy this week. If you subscribe, you'll see these posts in your YouTube feed. Special thanks to all channel members. I hope you're enjoying our private Discord server and early access to these videos. If you'd like to know more about membership, click the join button on the channel. I use your contributions to pay for drives for capturing footage and to buy creations to review, and also probably to buy Terran Armada for Steam. If you made it to this part of the video, please leave a comment with the word Triumph. Check out my other videos, and please tell your friends about the channel. My name is Richard. I will see you in the Starfield.
Hey. Yeah, good talk.